Well, this is a 1970 Plymouth GTX. It's unusual because it has the rare 440 six-barrel engine mated to a four-speed transmission. They only made 350 of those, and the registry for GTX says that there's less than 100 left in the world with that engine combination and transmission. The color is called Limelight. It's what Chrysler called high impact color. An acquaintance of mine told me about the car, and the owner was in Alaska, Fairbanks, Alaska. And we began talking, and he was selling off his collection, and I was lucky enough to purchase it from him about 7 years ago. The combination of engine and color make this a rather rare combination. It also has the air grabber hood, which you actuate from inside the car, and it lifts up and provides cold air to the engine. The car basically was restored when I bought it. It's won several awards at the Boca Raton Concours d'Elegance, AACA Senior Award, and also several awards at the McCacken Show up in Chicago. This is an original to the car 440 six-barrel. These were an option. Besides the car came, you could come with a 440 six-barrel or the Hemi. This is in the middle. So they made 350 with this and the transmission. It's got 3 carburetors under the air cleaner, and it gives the Hemi a run for its money in the quarter mile. Well, this, as I mentioned, was a 4-speed car. If you can notice, the big, long pistol grip handle was the optional transmission on the car. It's got its sister car is the Roadrunner, and this is what's considered the gentleman's muscle car. It's a little more optioned. You can see the wood grain dash, which is not available in the Roadrunner, and the wood grain center console, and as well as the car was originally ordered from Presidio Chrysler Plymouth in San Francisco. So it spent most of its life on the West Coast and ended up in Miami after a long travel from Fairbanks, Alaska. The tires are reproduction originals, and the rally wheels was an option because these cars could come with the steel poverty cap wheels, which I do have a set of those dated for the car, but the rally wheels are optional for this car, as well as the Goodyear Polyglass GTs. No, the trunk pretty much came the way the restoration shop finished it. All I did was find an original rubber mat for the car. And as you can see, this is what the car looked like in the early 70s. Somebody hopped it up, gave it a paint job. And this is the way the third owner found it before my friend in Fairbanks, Alaska got the car. One of the features on this car that very few people notice, but it strikes me as incredibly attractive and incredibly well designed, is the shape of this bottom edge of the windshield. I always find that to be on the 68, 69, and 70 Roadrunner and GTX to be one of the really attractive features of this car. I think it's very unique. As if you compare that to other cars, it's just usually a straight line. And I think this is a wonderful feature on the car. The reason I got this car, primarily 2 reasons. I've never really owned a large body, or this is called a B body. Larger frame car. Never owned one, and when I saw the impact color, this limelight green, I felt this was the right one for me. When you add the color combination, the engine and transmission combination, and it was very well restored, so I thought that I could live with this, and I'll probably keep it for a very long time.